Welcome back to KC Talks EV, and yes, we are finally here at Everything Electric South 2025. So there are over 100 electric vehicles ready for test drives as well and on show today. So let's go check out some of the electric vehicles at Everything Electric South. Okay, so to start off with, I thought it would be a great opportunity to actually come and see this, which is right kind of towards the back end of this part. These are some of the electric vehicles currently on sale. So it's not even the 100, but this is absolutely amazing. Just picture this back in sort of 2019 when I first got my electric vehicle. Yeah, you had things like Nissan Leafs, you had the Renault Zoe, you had a Tesla Model S. I think the Model 3 was just about to come out at that point. But look at the range of electric vehicles you can get now. So for example, this one here is a Peugeot 5008. This is, I think, a 7-seater in the electric guise as well, which is really good. We've also got here the Peugeot E2008, so a smaller compact SUV, as well as the Peugeot E3008 over here. And as you can tell, we now have a whole range of electric vehicles now. We're not just talking about a couple models in each manufacturer. We're now talking about a whole range of them. Over here, we've got a VW ID.7. So this is, again, it's based on the MEB platform, but the key bit is that you can get it with a bigger battery. I think it quotes over 400 miles of range as well. And the thing is, because it's quite a lot lower and it is fairly aerodynamic, I can see that range being achieved. Now, I've already looked at this vehicle already, the Vauxhall Astra E on KC Talk TV. So I have linked it up there if you would like to go check out the review of it. I thought this was brilliant because it really is a hidden efficiency king. It absolutely destroyed that range test really well. I think it got 4.3 or 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. I'll update it down below. But this is, this is what I think the vast majority of drivers want. They just want a car that, let's be honest, looks like an Astra, but has that electric powertrain as well, and the efficiency to boot. So really lovely. Now this vehicle, as you can tell from the plates, I don't know whether it is actually on sale as of yet in the UK, but this is the Fiat Grande Panda. And the weirdest thing is that actually, if you have a good sort of comparison between, let's say, a Dacia Spring and a Grande Panda, this definitely is a lot bigger than the original one. And I think we still need small cars on the market because at the end of the day, they're cheaper to insure. And a lot of people don't need massive cars. So, but this is definitely a lot bigger compared to, for example, the Leapmotor Tier 3 over there, as well as the Dacia Spring. So quite interesting. Nice comparison there. Now, by the time that you watch this video, this Leapmotor Tier 3 review will definitely be available. I absolutely love this car for one reason. It's an amazing value for money. This vehicle is technically the cheapest new car on sale today in the UK. And that's after the Leap discount, but as far as where it is going to go on for a considerable amount of time. I've actually had to update the video that the Dacia Sandero is now at £15,715. So essentially, even without the grant, you can get one of these, for £200 more. It's got a lithium iron phosphate battery pack. It's definitely much better equipped compared to even the Dacia Sandero. Now, coincidentally, we've got over here a Dacia Spring side by side, so you can have a good look at either one of those. And, well, I think you can kind of tell that these are definitely in competition. They've recently updated the Dacia Spring with a slightly higher horsepower motor because I think people were complaining a little bit about even the higher spec 65 horsepower model. But again, really, really lovely. So this vehicle over here, I've been really, really impressed about. So this is the Mazda 6E. So this is essentially Mazda's, it's not their first electric vehicle. Okay, so that was the MX-30, but this Mazda 6E, I think, is absolutely beautiful. I loved the look of the actual petrol version of the Mazda 6. And I think the fact is that this vehicle is going to put Mazda on the map when it comes to electric vehicles. So we're looking at an 80 kilowatt hour battery pack for the European market. It's a fastback format, which again, I think makes it a lot more practical compared to, for example, the Tesla Model 3 or the BYD Seal as well, and a really big opening. Prices apparently will start from around £38,000, £40,000. I think it's actually having its debut here at Everything Electric. So maybe we'll have a little bit more of a look inside of it. Okay, so I've been allowed to have a look at the Mazda 6e. So let's hop in a little bit and see what it's like. I think they're aiming for, I think, a July or August release date. So it's still got a bit to go. As you can see, this is a left-hand drive model. Really, really nice materials, really good quality materials as well. And overall, a really nice place to be. Love this screen as well. So currently it is on sale in Europe. So I believe it starts from €45,000, and that is for a smaller battery model and a bigger battery model. I think off the top of my head, the smaller battery model is 60 kilowatt hours and it's lithium iron phosphate. The bigger battery model is NMC chemistry. The bigger battery model, I think, is aiming for 300 to 350 miles of WLTP range. That's pretty reasonable, I'd say. It can be a little bit off the mark, I think, especially with the more recently updated Tesla Model 3 as well as the MG IM5, and they're very, very similar in price. So it could be quite interesting to see what they're able to do in terms of pricing. But again, there are a lot of people who love Mazdas. You know, they have that driving characteristics, but also on top of that, I think they just look absolutely amazing. I'll show you a few more exterior shots here, but it just looks like a great place to be. So let's have a look at the back. So just a quick look at the back of the Mazda 6e. So as you can see here, we've got climate control functions here. And actually for a sloping roofline saloon, I can actually sit up absolutely fine. And as you can see here, I mean, knee room's pretty good as well. And that has been set into someone else's driving position, definitely not my driving position. So I think it's a really, really lovely place to be, frankly. All the materials are fairly plush as well, as you expect from a Mazda. So, I mean, again, this is a fastback body style. So the idea is that you've got a massive wide boot opening, makes it really useful. I don't personally like saloon body styles because it makes it less practical. But as you can see here, massive amounts of space in here. On the way down here, I've actually had to put quite a big American Tourister suitcase in. Absolutely zero problems trying to fit that in here. And with the massive opening, as you can see here, yeah, I don't think we're going to have any issues at all. Mazda 6e, nice little first look of it. So they're hoping that pricing will start from around £38,000 to £40,000 once it arrives in the UK, obviously with right-hand drive. They're looking at either a 60 or 80 kilowatt hour battery pack. They do only want to release one model, so I do hope they release the 80 kilowatt hour pack. 300 to 350 miles of WLTP range, which I would say is probably about expected given how it looks pretty aerodynamic. The front I absolutely love, and I think it's still got that Mazda charm, which in my opinion is really good looks, as well as, a decent quality inside the car. Okay, so again, we've also got some more EV manufacturers here as well. So we've got Tesla, so they are showcasing the Tesla Model Y as well as the facelifted Model 3. I think we also had a look at it at the British Motor Show as well. We've got MG here. Now, one of the vehicles that I'm really hoping to test drive today is one of the MG IM. So IM stands for Intelligent Motion, I believe, and progress that we've got from MG. I mean, 6 years ago in 2019, I purchased my Mark 1 MG ZS EV, 44 kilowatt hour battery pack, 163 mile range. We're now looking at this, which is the MG IM5. We've got 446 miles of range, 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. It really is absolutely amazing. We've got here, for example, an MG S5, which is supposed to be the replacement for the Mark II ZS EV, as well as technically the replacement for the MG5 Estate. This vehicle here is supposed to be the absolute value king, really, on this one. So I believe it starts from around £27,000 or £28,000 now for the SE. It's actually based on the same platform as the MG4, so the MSP platform. Really, really nice to see. And you know what? I think this is a really, really good replacement for the ZS EV. Now, Geely isn't a household name necessarily in the UK, but absolutely you would have heard of Volvo, you would have heard of Polestar, and in fact, actually Lotus. So they really do have a lot of heritage in terms of having electric vehicles. So absolutely, their parent company has just launched this, which is the Geely EX5. So I'll put some of the specs down there. It's really obviously positive to see. Moving on, we've also got BMW. So actually, they've actually updated. I've just found out the BMW iX. So it's got more range, better charging, all of that. And I think that's really, really important. Just a small improvements in efficiency, in battery size. I think that's really the most important thing, really. And we are starting to see that. We are starting to see electric vehicles approach around 400 miles plus of range. Things like the Mercedes CLA, things like the Tesla Model 3 has just recently been updated with 466 miles of range. Small improvements, I think, make a huge difference. Definitely no stranger to the channel, at least. We've got BYD. I have actually tested the BYD seal on the channel, so you can go have a look at that. Honestly, the thing that I am going to say is, after looking at things like the Tesla Model 3 that's been recently updated, IM5, they might have to update the seal at some point, because, I mean, even in its highest range model, we're only looking at 354, I say only 354 miles of range. So this here is something which BYD's just recently released. So this is the BYD Atto 2. It's definitely, you know, blade battery pack. I've always kind of wondered where it kind of fits in this, because obviously you've got things like the BYD Atto 3, it's smaller than that, but then you've also got the Dolphin, which is a small family hatchback. So I'm not quite sure exactly where that kind of fits in with this one, but as you can see here, it's still a very, very lovely looking vehicle, and prices start, I believe, around £30,000. So it's not unbelievably competitive. I think other manufacturers might start to do that, but then finally here we've got a BYD Dolphin Surf. Now, I had a first look at the Dolphin Surf a little bit at the London to Brighton EV rally. I think it definitely has a market niche there. Yes, absolutely. Some people compare it to things like the Leap Motor TO3, but in reality, really, I think it is a bit more of a step up, and that's the reason why the prices are different. So every time I come to Everything Electric, the first thing that I do is I go see the GivEnergy stand, and I'm here with someone who definitely doesn't need an introduction. He is EV Man UK, so we've got Andy here, but he is here in his professional capacity at GivEnergy. And, well, what's the new thing?
This is the new all-in-one 2, or Gen 2 as I call it. Very similar visually, obviously, to the Gen 1. Difference is, the previous one was an AC coupled. This is an AC coupled system as well. And if you plonk this on top, that's a string inverter, so that now becomes a hybrid. So basically, it's both. It's whatever you want it to be. So if you just need AC coupled, you buy that. If you want the string inverter, that's what this is for. And it is literally just plonking on top from the installer. And then, of course, the next generation gateway as well. And what isn't here is extra battery storage modules. They're about that high, look very similar to this. 13.5 kilowatt hour as before, and each battery storage module is another 13.5, up to a maximum of 2 extras, so 3 in total.
Wow.
So 13.5 times 3, and that's usable capacity as well. 12 kilowatts instead of the 6. If you have both, the extra battery as well, that gives you 12 of battery discharge. If you've only got this, then it's 612.
Wow.
6 MPPTs for the string inverter. I don't think anyone will need that, but why not?
You never know. You never know if you have, for some reason, 6 roofs on your house.
Yeah, or split yours up into 6. I don't know. There's many, many options. Yeah, so essentially it's the all-in-one, but supersized, and there's much better, shall we say, connectivity in terms of it does every version of Wi-Fi. It's got 4G built in as a failover, so temporarily you can use that as, oh no, I've replaced my Wi-Fi, and then we can send the Wi-Fi details straight to it without having to go through the manual sort of process. There's no dip switches to set, master, slave, or if you go from LAN to Wi-Fi, you just plug the LAN cable in. So a lot of things that, you know, the feedback, this has now built into it. Yeah, so it's completely modular and effectively does what the previous one does.
Amazing. And as you say, I mean, the thing is that I don't know, viewers of the channel may know that I've got a GivEnergy Gen 1 hybrid system. I am actually currently in the market for a separate system at the moment. And the fact is, I mean, we really have come a long way, haven't we? I mean, my system has a 5.2 kilowatt hour. I think it's 90% usable, or is it 80?
Yeah, it will be. I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And then I recently upgraded it with a 8.2 Gen 1 battery. So, you know, I mean, we've really come a long way, haven't we? I mean, 13.5 kilowatt hours. I mean, how many can I have of these hooked up in one?
So soon you'll be able to actually dual the whole system for 2 inverters.
Wow.
But at launch, you can have an extra 2 modules. So essentially 13.5 times 3.
Which is, what is that?
Come on.
I want to say, is it 40.5?
There we go. Testing you out there. Yeah, 40.5, which I think realistically, not many residential properties are going to need more.
No.
There'll be somebody, no doubt, but you get into the levels of closer to commercial stuff. Having just recently finished the training, materials that installers use, it's paint by numbers. Basically, put it on the wall, put the batteries in, connect the grid, and turn it on. That's a little more complex, and this has a lot more features compared to the Gateway 1. So you can wire that into your EV charger, and basically that will mean that in the event of a power cut, it won't power the charger.
Okay, yeah.
So, you can do this anyway, but basically wire the charger into that, and this will exclude that if there's a power cut. Smart load, basically, it gives smart sort of functionality to dumb devices. So imagine you've got an immersion heater that has no controls in terms of like a nighttime tariff. You could wire it into that, and then this can just basically turn it on and off on a schedule, or when your battery gets to 50%, turn that on or off. So yeah, it's got a lot more things built in that effectively make it easy to install as well. Again, you've got 4G, LAN, all the connectivity, Wi-Fi 6, dual band, everything. So that connectivity is obviously more advanced than the Gen 1.
Awesome. So I guess the final thing is, obviously I know where to find you because that's how I ended up getting my GivEnergy system. But if anyone is watching this and they would like to find out a bit more about GivEnergy, where can we find you?
GivEnergy.co.uk. We are a manufacturer of batteries. So essentially it's the installer that you will find. You can go on our website and ask for one, or you can just ask any approved installer to that you want that.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you don't buy it from us. The installer is basically the point of contact. But effectively, almost any electrician, if they've done the training, you have to be approved, can install these like solar. It's fairly generic stuff these days, the batteries. So yeah, that's optional, just to be clear. Obviously that is, and that's the base unit. And I reckon for all this, and this is very rough guide because every install is different. Every house has variables and prices will vary. I reckon you're looking at about 6.5-ish for all this installed as an average. Some may be more, some may be less. Regional differences. I think roughly the retail price is about 4.5 on this. About 500 for this, and about 7-ish for that. But again, it's the installer that you're getting it through, so there will be variables in that. So just give people an idea of price.
Awesome.
Yeah, you just add extra battery storage modules at any time. Don't have to be done at the same.
Yeah.
But installer would have to come back.
I know that Andy's in his professional capacity, but obviously, yes, you can watch EV Man UK. I watch all of his videos pretty much. So, but absolutely, yes. So, well, who may be getting one? Let's find out.
Well, I have to, help the GivEnergy out by testing the system. Beta testers, are important, and if they need me to step up, I'm more than happy to test this in my house.
Exactly, be the guinea pig.
Exactly, yeah. Oh God, all right then.
Oh yeah, I have one of these GivEnergy systems in there.
Darn it. So yeah, we're about a month-ish off general release.
Perfect.
And that's as we're at this show, so I don't know when this video goes out, but
I think it will probably be actually released by then. So I'll leave a link for GivEnergy as well, so you can find installers and things like that. But thank you so much, Andy, for taking a look at the all-in-one Gen 2, which I must admit, if you say all-in-one 2, it's a little bit, as you said, it's a bit tricky. It doesn't make sense.
All-in-one 2. What about the all-in-one 1?
The all-in-one, okay, yeah, but the all-in-one Gen 2.
Gen 2, yeah.
Thank you very much, Andy.
That's what I call it. Cool. Nice one. Cheers.
Now over here, we've actually got Hankook Tyre, which is one of the principal sponsors of Everything Electric South this year. So they've actually got a tyre that has been made from the ground up for electric vehicles, which is a really positive thing to see. The other thing is that they were talking about it earlier. I think they said they had over, 15 patents just for their particular compounds in the tyre in order to improve efficiency, for example. So it's really great to see. Now, one, company or group that I really want to speak to is Electric Vehicles UK. So they're actually the UK's main lobbying group for the electric vehicle space and the electric vehicle community. So they do stuff a lot about charging. It's actually run by Dan Cizzo, who is the CEO of Fully Charged as well. So as you can see, I guess in a way, there is definitely a lot of relation to that. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we are starting to see infrastructure get a lot better. We are starting to see, for example, improvements in all sorts of space of electric vehicles. It really is getting better day by day. Now, another company that I would really like to actually have a good discussion with is EVision. So what they do is they do rentals. And the thing is that electric vehicle rental, in my opinion, is the best way by far of getting someone into an electric vehicle to realize its potential. And frankly speaking, a lot of the benefits surrounding having an electrified car. So they, as you can see, they rent stuff for not only a day, but also for longer term rentals. So if you're, for example, a business who wants to just try EV and see if it works with your use case and your work scenario, I think it'll be a great opportunity. So make sure you go check out EVision. Okay, so I'm here with Celia at EVision Electric Vehicles. EVision do a lot about short-term as well as long-term electric vehicle rentals. And I think that is an absolutely brilliant idea. I've got Celia here to explain a little bit more about EVision.
Yeah, so I'm here from EVision Electric Vehicles. We have a wide range of electric vehicles on the fleet. We've got absolutely hundreds of them. Rent from 1 day up to 3 years, anything in between. So this is the Rivian R1T. We have imported it from the US. It's one of very few in the UK. So it's not available at the moment in the UK, but we have imported it privately and to rent out long and short term.
And yeah, I mean, I can see on there 320 miles range, which for a pickup truck is pretty substantial,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's pretty amazing. And the storage as well is amazing with the storage tunnel through the middle. Towing capacity of this is just under 5 tons. So yeah,
so
pretty beastly, yeah.
So definitely car transporters, you know, things like that makes quite a lot of sense then. So I guess the first thing is that I can obviously see that, you know, single day, 2 day, or even like a week rentals make quite a lot of sense for people who want to sort of go into EV. But in terms of like your customer base, I mean, what are we seeing now? Are we seeing a lot of sort of personal customers, or are we seeing a lot of businesses? Like, what are we seeing nowadays?
Yeah, so we deal with both. So we have lots of companies that work with us to offer their staff salary sacrifice. But we also have your individual B2C, which, you know, people want to perhaps hire a car for a day, a week, a month, give that a try before maybe going on to buy it, or even just renting for longer. Great thing with EVision is that you can change it in if it's not suited, and then you can change for another vehicle. The vans we are seeing increasing massively, so we've expanded our fleet of electric vans, offering sort of the smaller ones, and then the larger ones as well for all sorts of businesses. So yeah, really growing market.
Okay, excellent. So I guess in a way, for example, if you were looking for a short-term rental or a long-term rental, or potentially if you're looking towards salary sacrifice, where can they find EVision Electric Vehicles?
So EVision, we have our head office is in Kent, but we also have collection points in Devon, Durham, Yorkshire, deliver nationwide. So if you did want to, our web address is www.evrent.co.uk, and all of our vehicles are on there to be booked online as well.
Thank you very much. Well, there's Celia from EVision Electric Vehicles, and I will leave a link in the description if you'd like to find out more.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think that is pretty much it for Everything Electric South 2025. I know I didn't cover every single little bit of it, I must admit, but absolutely, it's absolutely jam-packed. And for a 2-day event, you can really, if you're looking for an electric vehicle, you can really have a good look. You can test drive every single vehicle on show pretty much, obviously with a few exceptions to that rule. And more importantly, make sure you enjoy yourself. It is a wonderful family day out. So if you like this video, please give it a like, dislike it if you didn't. Please leave a comment below to let me know your thoughts on Everything Electric South, as well as what car you thought was one of the better ones out of the 100 EVs that are currently on show. And I think that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and talk to you later.